Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today. We've got a massive mission ahead of us. In this Explainer, we are going to completely transform how legal professionals approach their earning strategy. If you are just totally exhausted by the traditional hustle and you're looking for a proven, structured way to build a highly profitable practice from literally anywhere, you are in the exact right place. So, let's get started. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you doing senior-level legal work for junior-level pay? It's this painful, quiet reality in the legal profession. So many young lawyers are doing all the heavy lifting. You're the one doing the late-night legal research, you're drafting the complex processes, you're making the court appearances, and carrying responsibilities that honestly look incredibly senior. But then the month ends, and you're taking home a salary of maybe 60 or 80,000 Naira. It's junior-level pay that simply does not reflect the dignity or the actual effort of your work. We've all been taught to see the traditional litigation grind as the absolute only serious way to practice law. But what if it's not? Okay, let's dive into this playbook. Here is exactly what we're going to cover. 1. The underpaid lawyer reality. 2. The remote income formula. 3. Niche selection and visibility. 4. Converting leads to offers. And 5. Building a retainer system. Section 1. The underpaid lawyer reality. Now, right off the bat, I want to be super clear about something. We're not abandoning litigation. Litigation is powerful, but we really need to contrast this old scarcity mindset against a modern strategic earning model. Traditional income relies so heavily on salary dependence, totally uncertain appearance fees, and frankly, being physically chained to a courtroom every single day. Remote legal income? Well, that's a whole different ballgame. It's about premium online consultations, structured retainers, and true geographical freedom. It's about practicing law with serious strategy, serving businesses remotely, and using your hard-earned legal knowledge to solve real problems without being tied down to one specific zip code. And if you're sitting there wondering, okay, does this actually work? Well, 10 million Naira says it does. This isn't just nice theory or empty motivation. This is the hard financial reality. That is the proof of online income generated in a single year using the exact framework we're breaking down today. This is exactly what's possible when you build a strong online presence, position yourself the right way, and leverage the right tools. Section 2. The remote income formula. Now, what's really interesting about this formula is that earning in millions from home isn't some kind of magic trick. It is a precise equation. Remote legal income equals your niche, plus visibility, plus content, plus AI, plus premium offers, plus trust, plus a retainer system. It's like a giant puzzle. If you pull out even one of these pieces, the whole thing falls apart. You need a highly specific market. You've got to be easy to find. You have to actually educate that market, use AI to scale your output, package up your services properly, and then eventually transition those clients into recurring revenue. Section 3. Niche selection and visibility. Think about it this way. A broad, general practice lawyer is incredibly difficult to remember. But a niched lawyer, they are so much easier to trust. People simply do not pay premium fees for confusion. They pay premium fees when they believe without a doubt that you understand their exact, hyper-specific problem. By targeting businesses that have serious money, risk, and growth on the line, take the oil and gas sector for example, your legal value becomes blindingly obvious. You aren't just filing paperwork anymore. You are actively protecting millions in investments and mitigating massive regulatory disasters. So once you've nailed down that niche, you absolutely have to get visible. Here is a super practical content production system you can use right now. First, pick one specific topic. Then, lean on AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude to help you outline and draft a punchy 10-minute script. Sit down, hit record, and film that video just once. After that, you cut it up into short clips, and you post them every single day with AI-generated captions. And listen, I want to stress this point. AI is absolutely not here to replace your brilliant legal mind. It is simply a tool to multiply your output so you can stay consistent without burning yourself out. Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. Come on, I'm a serious lawyer. I'm way too shy to be making videos online. Well, stop saying you're too shy to be online. Your absolute dream life might literally be sitting on the other side of your visibility. You really have to challenge that fear of being seen. High-level, informative content that exposes hidden risks and educates your target market is without question the best possible way to build trust with high-paying clients. Frankly, they can't pay you if they don't even know you exist. Section 4. Converting leads to offers. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how we handle things when people actually start reaching out. You do not, I repeat, do not just give away free advice in your direct messages. When a lead comes knocking, you execute a flawless, professional booking process. First, calmly explain the need for a paid consultation. Then, you send over a crisp, branded invoice. Only after that payment hits your account do you send them an information checklist to prepare. From there, you host a highly structured Zoom session, and you wrap it all up by sending over a confidential, written legal opinion. Premium fees require a premium process. Your entire setup has to reflect the massive value you are bringing to the table. 350,000 Naira, yes, for one single consultation fee. And if you're solving a genuinely serious problem for a business, this is an entirely realistic number. Just remember the psychology at play here. If someone needs open heart surgery, they aren't hopping online searching for the cheapest surgeon in town, right? Premium clients are exactly the same. They are not looking for the cheapest lawyer. They are looking for absolute competence, deep competence, and bulletproof security. Which brings us to a really foundational rule of this explainer. Content builds trust, but offers are what convert that trust into money. Educating your market with your videos is a fantastic starting point. It really is. But at the end of the day, you must ethically and professionally structure a real offer if you actually want to get paid. Money only changes hands when an offer is clearly made, accepted, and paid for. So, how do we actually craft an offer that totally complies with the rules of professional conduct without sounding desperate or, like an ambulance chaser? It's simple. First, you clearly identify your audience and their highly specific pain point. Next, you paint a picture by telling a relatable scenario. Then, you lay out the danger, like, say, the massive financial danger of signing a terrible supply agreement. Once they feel the pain, you present your solution, like a specialized transaction risk review. Finally, you wrap it up with a crystal clear professional call to action. You educate, you position yourself as the expert, and you invite them to gain professional clarity. Section 5. Building a retainer system. I really need everyone to internalize this. Stop charging like the client is doing you a favor. This kind of flawed pricing psychology completely plagues so many young lawyers. You absolutely have to demand a mental shift in yourself. Move away from that scarcity mindset and step into a premium, confident, emotional posture. You are providing immense value. You are protecting their livelihood and their business. Your fees need to reflect that exact level of confidence. Let's move to and see how this builds into an actual sustainable business model. We're looking at 3 retainer tiers here: basic, growth, and premium. But I want you to pay very close attention to that column labeled boundaries. This is absolutely crucial. Structuring your retainers with extremely strict limits on advisory calls, document reviews, and response times is exactly what prevents this whole setup from turning into disguised employment. A retainer is supposed to protect your freedom and income, not turn you into a glorified employee who is on call 24/7 for one demanding client. Because we are setting those boundaries, you have got to be incredibly vigilant about spotting retainer red flags. If a prospective client is demanding unlimited access, or they expect a bunch of unpaid meetings before they'll even sign an engagement letter, or they straight up refuse a defined scope of work, or maybe they expect you to throw in complex, drawn-out litigation for a tiny flat fee, walk away. You follow up professionally, of course, but you do it without a drop of desperation. You simply cannot want the deal more than the client wants the solution. Wow, we have covered some incredible ground today. From mapping out the remote income formula to mastering niche selection, content creation, and structuring premium retainers, I want to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. Will you remain trapped in that traditional, exhausting litigation grind forever? Or will you step up and build a highly paid, highly valued, and truly free legal practice? Because the ultimate goal here isn't just to be busy all the time. The goal is to completely redefine what practicing law looks like for you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Now, get out there and take massive action on your new earning strategy.